To the Lord's Prayer, number 9. Yes, my voice is getting croaky. Give us this day our daily bread. Now, I think it means exactly what it says. The disciples, in wandering around with Jesus, this would not have been uncommon for them all to pray. They had some resources, but they didn't always know where their food was coming from. And this has been a prayer probably for more of God's people than we'd care to think or care to imagine through the ages. It's a simple prayer, just saying, Lord, our daily bread, which is food. We extrapolate that, of course, into needs and into other things. Quite valid, no doubt. But originally, the context was just daily bread. And you know what? I've got a fridge and there's a supermarket down the road. So easy for us to get thankless and not think about asking God for our daily bread. This would not hurt us to invite God into the daily process. Also, what Jesus is getting them to do is to bring trust into the daily issue of bread, of food, of needs, so that we don't consume our thoughts and our times, our energies and our attentions on so many other things, which he addressed later in the same chapter of Matthew, chapter 6. Being anxious for the basics is soul-consuming. And so Jesus is helping us say, just today is enough. In fact, he said that. He said, just today is often enough for us to spend our energies and time on and our worries and concern on. But that's another thought. Second thought in this particular video is, and forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. And this, in other words, another way of looking at this is it breaks the cycle that was common in these cultures of reciprocation. You did that, I'll do this. I do this for you, I expect that back from you. It's a kind of a reciprocating culture. And in some ways, Jesus was helping them break out of those expectations, and particularly as it came to sins and forgiveness. In other words, don't be in debt to anybody, which is always a good thing to work toward. Release others, don't expect in return. In other words, imitate God. I hope you've enjoyed these thoughts from the Lord's Prayer.